is doing. So, Doug.
I'm nip next door to Rachel.
Doug, how you doing? Can you hear me?
I'm doing very good.
What are you eating?
I'm eating some hula hoops.
That every good athlete.
I'm trying to get some salt into me.
Okay, and that's obviously very important, right? So, what sort of food have you been taking on board, and drinks and fluids actually?
So every hour, trying to get as much fluid in me as possible. Getting about 30 grams of carbohydrates, like bars, gels, and then having sort of 3 meals when I would normally eat.
Very good. And obviously hula hoops, the staple diet for every athlete out there.
Yeah, it's just just basically anything that'll give me a little bit of boost.
Sure. So Doug, I'm going to the team at IMEX. We're doing a run, I think in Brighton earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play a little video.
Okay.
Then I think it's on Brighton Beach, if I'm not mistaken. I apologise, but let's see that.
Hello everyone from sunny Brighton. This is the team IMEX still running, supporting Doug Emsley on his ultra marathon. Good luck, I know you'll smash it, and we look forward to seeing you all later at IMEX Buzz Hub and at IMEX America in November.
So that was there they go. They're running off. They were. That was a few hours ago on Brighton Beach. So
Fantastic.
they were there supporting the challenge. So I just wanted to play that little video. So that's really good. So just a reminder, we are raising funds for the Meeting Industry Fund, Eventwell, and Indian Red Cross Society. Doug, earlier we brought to life the Indian Red Cross Society. Talk to me about the Meetings Industry Fund, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so the Meeting Industry Fund is for all event professionals in the US who basically have been impacted by COVID and basically helping people who are in financial difficulty.
Yeah.
So basically, our industry's obviously for the last 12 months been really, really badly impacted, especially in the venue and the contractor side. So basically the fund is there to help people in hardship.
Fantastic. And who have you got behind you in the background?
I've got 2 runners coming out with me. Come and say hello. So we've got a new runner. We've got Peter Rigby.
Hello, Peter.
Peter Rigby. Hi. The former chief executive of Informa.
I've not got my glasses on, so I can't see anybody on the screen. Nice to see you anyway.
You should go to the blind bake-off, which is next.
and we've got Rob Leeming going back out again.
Rob. So is this your second turn?
Yeah, the second turn. I enjoyed the first one so much. We're going again.
He's trying to kill me.
And I saw Mike in the background. We just had a great panel on the consumer show space, and it was very interesting to hear Mike and the panel and Austin listening to his views on what's happening to Return to Life. Because obviously, Doug, you're heavily involved in the running show, or the Run Show, which is launching in the States, right?
Absolutely.
So why has it been a good time to launch shows?
Well, I think if we look at what's happening with, the businesses that are focused on sort of consumer spend, we're probably going to see the next 2-3 years where, consumer spend is going to be really, really strong. Sure. So anything around sort of special interests, technology are going to be very, very strong in the next 2-3 years.
Excellent, thank you. And I see you're wearing your CISO CEO Summit hat.
I am, and I'm not showing any favoritism. I've got my Oofy shirt on.
Well, where's the AEO? Come on, this is anything.
Well, I'm waiting for the shorts from Chris Keith.
Yeah, you've got your AEO boxer shorts on, but we don't want to see that. So listen, Doug, we're going to check back in with you again in another hour. You're over $30,000, my friend, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You've only got, I think, 2 hours? 2 or 3 hours? 3 hours.
Three more runs.
3 more runs, you can do it. We wish you the best of luck. We'll check back in with you soon.
Cheers, Dan.
Cheers. So that was Doug again, and the runners, Peter Rigby that he's with, and also Robert Leeming. And we wish them best of luck. They're doing another lap round Guildford. Who wouldn't want to be doing that on a sunny day? And we saw the team IMEX, and they're going back to Vegas later in the year for IMEX America. I know the worldwide community, and especially in the States, is very excited to see that happen. So they were running on Brighton Beach. So we got coming up in literally 2 minutes. We've got Luke Kiwanuka, chair of ESSA, and obviously who runs Event Shaper and the Ops Nest. Mark Clayton, the MD of InEvexco, and Andrew Harrison, director of ESSA. So they're going to be, and also Luke Facey. There's going to be a blind bake-off, so God knows how this is going to work out, but I'm sure it's going to be very, very exciting. You can see Lou there laughing in the background. After Lou, I've got a pre-recorded panel discussion from the UFI Connect series, which took place in March, about equality in exhibitions, and that's moderated by Mina El Fazazi. So do stick with me for that. And then we go back to live, and I'm joined by the wonderful Rachel Wimberley in the States, who has helped put all of this together. So congratulations and well done to Rachel and her team. And we're going to be checking in with Doug for the last hour, actually, of his mammoth challenge. So without further ado, and make sure, guys, if you're on the website, please click the donate button. Every dollar counts, however big, small. It all makes a difference to three fantastic charities: the Meetings Industry Fund, Eventwell, and the Indian Red Cross Society. So got about a minute. If only I could tell jokes to fill time, but I can't do that. But no, so we've got Lou and Andrew and her team coming up in a second. So I'm actually going to introduce them one by one. So we've got Lou Kiwanuka. How are you? Can you hear me?
I was just ordering wine, so I'm all right. How are you?
It's never too early. Is it red or white?
It's a bit in the middle.
Bit in the middle.
We're
A bit of
going
rose. Oh, there's a dog. And then we're going to introduce Andrew Harrison. Andrew.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Are you in your new house? Because you've moved, haven't you?
So when we first ran something like this, 3 months ago, I was moving out of a house the day after, and I moved into this house 4 days ago. So
congratulations.
I'm still surrounded by boxes. Yeah.
Okay, so I've also got we've got Mark Clayton, MD of InEvexco, is blindfold on,
dear.
Which is interesting. So, hello, Mark. You're live on TV. Do not swear. How are
Mark
you?
Like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
He does. Are you ready for the challenge, Mark?
Oh no.
He's already rendered speechless, which is not a good sign.
No,
and then, last but not least, we got Luke Facey. Nice to meet you, Mark.
Hello.
Luke, even. How are you today?
Very good, thank you.
Are you looking forward to this madness that's going to ensue?
I'm glad I'm not doing anything other than only directing other people. So, yeah, looking forward to this.
Fantastic. So, right, we're going to... Yeah.
You could have as well.
We have... Oh, so I apologise. 1 second. Here we all are.
Hi there, Noel.
Noel is back. Noel is back. I didn't know you were joining us, Noel, but there you go. It's nice to have you. Probably my mistake. Right, so we're all on screen. Now, Lou, I'm going to hand over to you, and you can tell us what you're about to do, please.
Well, I blame Andrew because when we did your 24-hour crazy thing way back when, Andrew's crazy idea of getting the ESSA board directors to do a bake-off, which we all made a 1-hour chocolate cake, decorated it really badly, and then stuck our faces in it to raise 200 quid extra, I think, was the amount we made for putting our faces in the cakes. So when you came along down again and said, got something else, we needed to up the stakes a little bit. Cake-wise, that's my cake bit over in terms of baking, that we can decorate it and show our creative skills in the contractor supply chain.
Fantastic. And who actually amongst us does this thing regularly? Who bakes? Give me a show of hands. Oh dear. And who's done anything blind? So who's being blindfolded, Lou? Talk to me about the blindfold bit.
So Mark and Luke are one team. Mark, what's your team name?
Yeah.
We are going with the half-baked apostles.
Of course you are. And so Andrew and Noel are the other team, right?
No, so Noel and I are the other team. So we're the team rocket shapers.
Okay.
And Andrew is
okay.
contrary.
I'm just here to talk to you, Dan. To be honest, and I think because
you got out of this one
because I was part of the first one, it seemed appropriate that I helped out. And,
okay.
Yeah.
So just before we start, we're just going to do a quick recap. What do you all think of what Doug's doing?
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I think I'd rather be running alongside him than doing this, but
it's good to see the kitchen again. It's very nice, actually. I remember from last time. It's a very nice kitchen that you've got there.
Yeah, the fish works a dream, doesn't it?
So, who's running this madness? Andrew, are you going to be sort of?
Well, I kind of am. I mean, if you please stick around, Dan, and we can.
No, I'm going to stick around. But do you want to kick us off? Do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've obviously introduced everybody, and the idea is that. Yeah, somebody's going to be blindfolded. They've already kind of roughly planned out what it is they're going to decorate these cakes with, and somebody has to. One of the individuals is going to direct their other teammate towards having a fully decorated, beautiful cake by the end of this session. And between me and you, Dan, will be judging the winner.
Well, I look forward to it. Mark has got it's sort of like a Davy lamp. But with an iPhone, it's an iPhone lamp. And Lou's putting some. Yeah, I mean, it's all very odd. We need lockdown. If Boris Johnson's watching, this is why we need June 21st to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do we do? Say ready, steady, bake. Is that what we're doing? What
are the contestants? Are you ready?
We're not blindfolded as yet, and I have trouble without my glasses on seeing how I should mute. Should I mute, Lou?
No, because you won't be able to see to unmute. So you're all right on keeping you as you are, and we're unmuting this end.
I'm just going to turn that down there.
Okay.
Right. In that case, then I'm going to give you a 5-second countdown.
Go for
it. And then me and Dan can chat amongst ourselves and pose some nice questions to you. Absolutely. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody.
Bake. Blind bake.
Now, Luke, I can.
So Dan, how are you, sir?
I'm okay. I am. What have I been doing myself?
I can't see anything at all.
Oh,
that's the idea.
Yeah, how are you, Dan?
I'm okay. Still doing my thing. Still doing my programs, and great to be a part of this, which is good. Obviously, Doug's sort of outdone himself. I just sat down for 24 hours.
Yeah,
on my event really, where Doug's obviously doing his running. So what's going on here? So the teams are telling each other what to do, right?
Yeah, so they've got a plan. So yes,
sort of a rough perception. I need to be going out to the left-hand side to pick up.
I think the problem with Mark is he's just gonna talk over us. But when
that's all right, he can talk. I mean, Lou's got a knife in her hand and can't see anything, which
no, indeed,
as someone that's in the ops field,
count your fingers.
Not really health and safety.
No, indeed.
No,
so obviously you've had a little bit more sleep before doing this one, Dan.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. It's always good. It's all good to do.
That's right. That's right. I've got it.
Good.
So Lou's got someone with her helping.
Yeah, we are allowed to interrupt them because we need to ask them some questions, to be honest, because it's we need some insight. We need some insight over the last 12, the last 12 months.
I'm ready to spray, Luke.
He's ready to spray. Lovely. What an announcement, Mark. So Maybe you should have. Maybe Mark, you should have been muted if that's the kind of language you're going to be coming out with.
What type of cake is it, guys? Is it chocolate cake?
What's going on at the back?
The chocolate cake, £3.49 from Tesco's, and the top of it is a coconut sponge.
Right.
I don't like the way you're waving the knife around. That's the young lady next to you. It's a bit of a. I'm a bit worried for her.
Right.
Wait until we start the fireworks.
Yeah, Mark.
Assessment.
And Mark, what kind of cake have you got? That's what the masses want to know.
You're going to ask me questions when I'm concentrating. This isn't going to work for anybody, but this is a plain vanilla cake.
Yeah.
Do you want to know anything more than that?
Not really.
It's only just the base. We've got tiers.
You've already got.
Very fashionable this time of year. We've got tier 1 and tier 2. We're in tier 2 at the moment.
Very good. Very good. On point.
So, Andrew, you moved to Devon, is that right?
I've moved where? I have.
Oh, you've got some sort of a cappella going on between two dogs.
Oh, God. This is carnage. Yeah, without getting...
we said we were going to put this on the icing, didn't we?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, without getting too much into exactly where I live. Yeah, I've moved to Dorset. Yeah.
Can you tell me roughly when I'm in the middle?
Nice part of the world.
Yeah, no, it is.
So, okay. Lou's eating. I just saw a bit. I'm sure I saw a bit go into her mouth. I'm not sure if that's loud.
Yeah.
Just testing it before.
Yeah.
Always, all the best chefs do that.
Right.
Apparently.
Stand
so you know what? Actually, I want to interrupt because this is clearly going far too well. So I think we do need to add some distraction in. Yeah. And there's someone in this room who's got a little bit of experience, not necessarily in baking cakes, but in the last 12 months in baking pizzas. So Noel, unfortunately, I'm going to interrupt you, and Lou's going to have to fend for herself. And because I want to know how the pizza business is going, Noel.
Okay.
You need to unmute yourself, Noel.
Yeah, we're looking for the face cake. Left.
Well, we're not getting anything there.
Noel, can you hear us?
Okay.
If so, can you unmute when you get a second, please? Right, we lost. It's like going live to the NASA spaceship. Where here's Rocket Exhibition Services. That was a good segue, wasn't it? I didn't even mean that.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tim Peake. Right, so reminder, guys, that we're doing all of this.
It's not working.
He's on mute. It's not working.
If anyone can direct me to mine, that would be most helpful.
Okay.
Yours? I can't. Can't do it from here. Unfortunately, you have to do it yourselves.
So we've got Mark. We've got Mark, who we can't mute, and Noel, who can't unmute.
It says I'm unmuted. Apparently, Noel said to me.
So it's not. You've got.
It's not coming back in again.
It's not picking up your microphone.
Right.
Maybe if you want to log out, and I'll bring you back in. So,
well, yeah.
Lou, who have you got with you helping you?
So this is the lovely Fiona who works at Vent Shaper and on the Honest.
That feels a little bit to the right and too far to the right. See?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, can we hear you? Do you want to
too far to the right? Does it need to go that way?
We can't hear.
Can't hear Noel. The wonders of modern technology. But we've got Mark and Luke, talking to each other.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hey.
There you go. There's a top tech tip for you. If you unmute the button on your keyboard as well as the button on the screen, that tends to work.
Yes. Well done. We've got an IT expert in the house.
So Andrew, you were going to ask Noel a question, I think.
Yeah, you know what? Because I haven't really had much chance to speak to Noel in the last few months, and you've been a busy chap. You know, I keep up to date. Well, LinkedIn's become a great source of information. In sometimes probably too much information in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
But I don't mean that from you. But yeah, just how's that all going in terms of, you know, you set up a kind of a home pizza business and then grew it from there in the last 12 months. And I'm just intrigued to know in a couple of minutes how that's going.
Yeah, it's going well. I mean, we've had challenges like everyone has. You know, as you said, we started it from home when we were looking at other things we could do with the infrastructure we had at Rocket in terms of print and joinery and logistics.
Sorry.
I also thought at home, I've got this pizza oven in the garden and we'd cook for people regularly. So I thought I could do that at the weekend and make a few quid. And that's exactly where it started. And it got really busy and it was great. And it still is great. So now, but when we realized at the time, okay, I can't continue to do this and work 7 days a week. But it has got legs. So we've been building a team. We've got some experienced people in that we're looking to try and build on that, and it's great. Yeah, we converted one of our exhibition trucks into a mobile truck, and then we've got a 20-foot shipping container that we bought and converted that, which is parked at the back of our industrial unit here. And yeah, open Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the moment. Hoping to get up to ideally 7 days a week. And the truck is going out now doing events. It's actually at a wedding today.
Yeah, no, brilliant. I know. That's superb. Because the way I saw, you know, there's a few. I don't want to, reintroduce the word pivot again into our vocabulary too much. You know, that was the buzzword a few months back. But there was at the, after I'd say a few months of the pandemic. And we weren't seeing things return as we thought as soon as we hoped they would. And there was definitely a few companies who I felt kind of inspired other businesses to look elsewhere, and I did see that within yours. I think it took other companies within the industry to start inspiring others to have those thoughts and have a look at what else their businesses lent themselves to. So I take my hat off to you, Noel, and all those other businesses within ESSA, not within ESSA, who've done that in the last 12, 14 months to keep things turning over as best as they can.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think we all had a choice at the start of this whether to do that or do nothing. And I think I think seeing what other people have done has been great. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it is far, far, far from ideal. We haven't replaced anywhere near, even with everything combined, anywhere near what we had. And we're still losing money. The reality is we're not as much money as we could have, but we're still losing money every month. Most months anyway. And it's a massive struggle, as it has been for the contractors that I speak to. We're all we're taking on work that we probably don't really want to do. It's harder to deliver. It's more expensive to produce. There's lots of but we're all obviously hopeful that we'll get some good news next week and we can get back to work.
Yeah, no, indeed, absolutely. Well, sorry, Noel, I'll let you get back to it. I think Lou's ready.
She drunk yet?
Well,
right here.
She's ready for the next stage, I think. So I'll let you go.
So how are we getting on?
It's hard to tell. It's hard to see. I mean, it's I can see Lou's effort, but Mark's keeping his a secret by the looks of it.
I might see if I can do a bit of. Let's see if we can zoom in on someone's. Who's that?
Can they not see the cake?
No, we can't see your cake, Mark.
The dog's not enjoying this.
No. Have there been any other contractors, suppliers on Dan during the
I started at 11. I had the ladies from Benchmark Collective, so Helen and Debbie. We were sort of doing like a session around high performance and mindset and overcoming challenges, which was a really good session. So that was good, and we had obviously Noel was on that. And we have Mandeep Gabhari. I don't know if you know Mandeep.
Yeah.
So I'd never met him before, but a very impressive individual. And he's a sort of like a business mentor, advisor, and personal mindset mentor. So he was talking about that sort of thing. And then
I'm hanging on to Andrew's ears now, Luke.
Oh, we can now see Mark's cake.
Yeah, I wonder
Get
what
a bit of a close up on that.
Yeah, I wonder what that's going to
be. Right,
there we go. I think you just had a clue at what they're making by holding onto my ears.
Right. Okay.
And that is the first time he's ever said that before.
Just remember, we're pre-watershed here.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
All those kids that are watching. That,
I know. Yeah.
You
No,
know,
they're all at school now. It's okay.
Oh, that's true. So say what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I can find the nose.
Oh Christ! There won't be your camera angle won't be big enough if you do that true to life.
Oh dear.
Right. Okay. Which eye?
So you've had some. Really good sessions in the last few hours. Really in depth, kind of thoughtful, and then this absolute shower.
We just had a good session on consumer events.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I had Mike Seaman and we had the indomitable Austin Hawkins.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was really good, and also they were joined by Simon Burns of ICHF and Nicole Cooper from Touchpoint Live Media, and obviously they run sort of special interest and passion events.
Yeah,
and they were talking about how the demand has been really good, both from an attendee perspective, buying tickets, and also from sponsors and exhibitors.
Yeah, good.
And we were also talking about how the exhibitors, obviously we as event professionals have suffered, but especially for small businesses, they've also had to adjust and take on board virtual and digital like event organisers have. So and how they sort of share best practices between them, which was interesting. And then I've got a session with Ufi
what I want is
at 2:00.
The left ear.
Equality and exhibition. So that follows this chaos. So we're going from this to that.
Yeah.
And then Doug's last 5K is at 3:00. So
lovely. So we're kind of, we're like the lunch break, aren't we? You don't want anything too highbrow and you get indigestion.
Yeah, it's like the loose women hour.
This is the loose women hour. Correct, indeed. Who should we choose to tear strips off then?
Yeah, well, I don't know Luke, so I can't do that. I've only really met Noel today, so
no, indeed.
Probably stick with Mark. Let's just ruin him.
No.
What's on his apron?
Mark, what's that going on? Is that the hair or the beard?
We'll let you know later.
Well, I'm clean. I'm almost clean shaven for me at the moment, so.
Yeah, you can see my wardrobes in the background because this particular studio that we're using, I couldn't work out the green screen, so I've given my game away.
Well, what we'll do, Luke, is after we finish the cake, we'll go around to Andrew's house and make him look like the cake.
Yeah. That's why I'm not sharing my address.
Lucy's quietly getting on with it there. I think she's been practicing.
No, indeed. It's looking very professional. Can we zoom in on it again, Dan?
Yeah, I can do, yeah. I mean, there needs to be a bit more drama going on in that household. So, Lou, can you pick up your glass of wine, please?
Okay.
I'm going to try and instruct her.
Sorry.
Yeah. Excellent. Well done.
So I meant to be...
There's an ear. Oh, I'm really out of... Right. Okay.
So I meant to be asking some more deep and meaningful questions.
You do it. I'm just going to pump off with you.
Yeah, I'm just I'm aware that we've just been kind of waffling. I've got a break. Yeah, here's one for you, Lou. Seeing as you're having a break, and I imagine Noel's quite worn out. Exactly. Let's give Noel a little break. And I suppose a question. Let's fast forward 5-10 years time. What do you think? What do you think, if anything, you'll have learned from the last 12 months, last 14 months, about our industry, the people in it, about yourself?
Easily later.
I think
we've
the
got eyebrows, we've got a brown.
We need income in different flows.
Yeah.
Our business is very spring summer dominated, and a lot of our businesses are set up to cope with that at the moment. But having different income in different items and different frequencies will fundamentally operate our business going
Which one of those forward. Is like a flat?
Big con falling out, and the impact on our business has been massive. So yeah, incremental items are.
What's just taking that question on? What skills have you learned?
No, that's not
in the last 12 months.
What have you decorating and cake
apart from decorating, like myself today, I learned yesterday how to take tiles off a wall really well. So all those important skills. What business skills or personal skills that you can apply to the industry have you picked up in the last 12 months?
I think especially kind of with the team and the situation that we've got in the industry is for once you cannot say what is certain in any way, shape or form, and kind of learning how to dabble, delivering no news has been something we've all had to learn with our teams over the last 12 months. Trying to say, this is what we can give you. I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but this is what we're doing about it. We had to do a load of work on that. In terms of personally, I mean, a few of you might have seen kind of the antics of ops in lockdown, and
we want to go about sentence. So we want to go about if we can.
Weekly online for the last year. That's a totally different ball game to us, and something, going back to your original question, in 5 to 10 years time, will we have benefited from that? Absolutely. Our skill is far more diverse than it was before.
And the question, I'll tell you what,
I dig up and down.
Just 1 minute, Mark, shut up. Noel, one for you. What do you think for you in the industry? I think we've all seen an acceleration in lots of areas. You know, personal lives, business lives. We've seen things that we might have put on the back burner. We've seen trends which we may have thought were 5 to 10 years in the future, kind of almost appear on our laps. Where people have had the ability to almost propel something from what might have been on their agenda in 5 years' time into the now. What do you think from your perspective has been the one key area which you thought, you know what, this is going to hit us in 5 years' time, and actually it's at our doorstep now as a sector?
I didn't think in 5 years' time we're going to get a pandemic. And I think what is, it's a really tricky question, because I mean, obviously no one saw this coming. We saw probably change further down the horizon. I mean, sustainability is going to be pulled massively, which is only going to be a positive thing. And I know you said about the coming back being stronger and all this. Or it potentially even being a good thing, what happened, and I I was thinking a while ago, actually it could be the best thing that ever happened from a business point of view, obviously not from a healthcare point of view, and lots of people have really suffered immeasurably, but
we're going left to right
actually I would never have a pizza business without this. We would never be doing joinery projects, we would never be doing lots of the things that we've done. We wouldn't be doing, and I think a lot of those things we will continue to do on the back of this, and as a group, and hence why we changed our name during the summer to Rocket Global Ventures, was to sort of just position ourselves to take advantage of opportunities that will come along later on. And I think if anything, it's that ability to spot opportunities and within our business to capitalize on those with core skills that we have within the team. And then you just kind of get in that last little piece of the jigsaw, and hopefully that will pay out for us.
Okay.
But we do need events to come back.
You're on mute, Andrew.
Sugar. What's that one? What's the one thing for you, if there is one, which is ahead of the others, which has become what you're having to act on within your business, which you thought you might have had a few years longer to prepare for it?
Restructuring the team.
Yeah, and you, Lou?
Classes, isn't it?
Sorry, I missed the first bit of the question. The boys were laughing.
It's the same question I kind of asked Noel. Is what's the one thing for you which has kind of accelerated within our industry and has become something you need to be looking at and dealing with now, whereas you maybe thought that was maybe 5 years down the line 12 months ago?
I'm with Noel. Sustainability and this kind of lockdown period has enabled businesses to, look at what they're doing on a really micro basis. People have had the chance enforced to look at how they deliver materials, what those materials are, what the end life of those is. And so, yeah, I'm completely there. Sustainability is fast tracked in a ridiculously brilliant way.
Yeah.
Well, we need to make sure is when we go back, that doesn't.
Are we just going for the classes?
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's a good job we're launching a sustainability module then in a month's time. Perfect.
Isn't
time.
it? Good segue.
When it comes out.
Luke,
We've got about 20 minutes, guys. 23 minutes.
I'll let Lou and Noel get back to your cake stuff. But Luke, I've got a question for you. If you probably
I'll unmute myself. Go on, Andrew.
You probably won't listening, and if it helps silence Mark for a few minutes, that'll be good as well.
That would be amazing.
I don't think you will.
I've just asking Lou and Noel about how long have you been in the exhibition industry, Lou?
Oh, goodness me. Longer than I care to remember. 20 odd years now. It's longer than that. 25 years now. So started with Photovision back in 1993.
Lovely. So yeah, in those 25 years, you'll have obviously seen lots change, and in some areas you've probably seen nothing change in certain areas. But in the last 12 months, we've all experienced an acceleration of certain trends and topics. And I've just asked Noel and I've just asked Lou, what with your business now do you feel as though you are going to have to deal with or are already dealing with as a topic that you maybe thought you might have had a little bit longer? It was 5 years in the future, or 10 years, and suddenly the last 12 to 14 months has accelerated that.
I think the whole of last year has been a tough one for all of us, and we really don't know where we are going to be going for the future. I mean, for my company, for Alfa, we've been on complete shutdown. We don't. Sorry, all I can hear now is Mark washing his hands. He's not in the toilet, honest.
That's a horrible sound effect.
I'm quite amazed he's managed to get to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
It looks like his screen's frozen. So there we go. You can see him coming back again. We've been on shutdown, and we're in a situation now where we're not sure how long it's going to be before work comes back again. We've had nothing at all for the last 12 months, and we're waiting to see, are we going to get the lockdown 4, stage 4 of the roadmap coming out next month? We're just waiting to see what happens. We really don't expect to be busy again until September, but we're looking forward to it. We've cut back enough on the staff. We cut back on overheads as much as we can, and just keeping fingers very much crossed at the moment.
Yeah. And what's the key trend that you think the last 12 months has accelerated within our industry? What are you when you reopen, or you're planning to for your reopening as a business? What is it that's taken place in the last 12 months where you think that's now the biggest challenge to us as a company?
I mean, the short time, we consider a lot of things about environment, what's going to happen with health and mental well-being and so on. But realistically, the biggest challenge for us is going to be staff and subcontractors. Are we going to have enough people coming back again? But it's difficult to plan when you don't know how much work there'll be. We've got design is incredibly busy at the moment, but so are we actually going to have installs to do?
So that was an issue which was brewing, wasn't it? The kind of labour issue, staffing issue, and people coming into our industry. There was always talk of pockets of that being within our sector. So yeah, I suppose that is something which I think we're already seeing difficulties with. I know we're reporting within our government meetings when they ask about the impact, and our survey says, to coin a well-used phrase, is somewhere between about 20 to 30% of the workforce has either permanently or temporarily disappeared from within the industry on the supply side, which is it's a shocking statistic really within such a short period of time. So yeah, there's a huge amount of work in that area, but yeah, difficult to plan for the future when there's still a level of uncertainty, I suppose.
Absolutely. Yeah, and from our side of things, I think we've got to the point where there are so many things that we could worry about, but we don't know what we're going to need to worry about yet. So we're just kind of taking each day as it comes.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Mark, are you in a position to talk seriously?
Do I look like I'm in the position to talk seriously?
Well, I don't know. I just, maybe I want you to concentrate as you put in the finer details on that.
Well, we're up to a crucial stage now.
Yeah, I mean, if
Harrison brand spectacles are about to go on.
Well, I was going to say, if there aren't glasses on there, you're losing points.
We will be attempting the spectacles momentarily.
I think if all else fails, take your glasses off and stick those on, Mark.
I ruined a pair of glasses the last time I did this with these silly people.
So, Mark, you get to speak to a lot of exhibition suppliers and contractors. What do you as do I via ESSA? What's the mood music for you at the moment with regards to your clients?
I think, as Luke says, the early stages of many contracts seems to be coming back, but clients are hanging on to the money. They don't want to commit financially if they can possibly help it. So there's a lot of work being done, but not a lot of money actually coming down the chain to the contractors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suppose it's that final step, isn't it? The exhibitor, Dan has just been talking how he's had organisers on the line this afternoon or this morning. We've been talking about, a confident return and a return to booking for exhibitors. I suppose, the conversations taking place within membership is that's not quite yet materialising or showing itself as bookings with the contractor market. But there is a cautious optimism. There is a growing confidence within that area.
Absolutely, we look after the organisers as well, and there are more and more day by day dates being finalised, numbers being added to a schedule, and that's all really positive. It'd just be nice to hear from our friend Boris that the 21st of June is set in stone, and how the industry has to respond after that from a health and safety point of view.
Yeah, no, indeed. It's there's obviously a lot of messaging out there at the moment, the central government messaging has kind of it's gone from being very positive to sometimes on a weekend to being slightly cautious and negative, which hasn't helped.
We've got about 15 minutes, guys. Sorry to jump in. So,
how are you? Are you finished, Luke? Looks like you're coasting.
No, I take a small break because the next bit involves fire. So,
yeah,
I don't want the moment to be lost.
Luke, are you there?
And what do you think of? Has anyone read the Andrew Lloyd Webber interview today? Who basically he stated that he will wait to be arrested within his theatre because by hook or by crook he's claiming he will run. Open his theatres on just after the 21st of June, and he's basically said call the police. Can you see anyone in our industry taking that stance?
Yeah, Oz Hawkins for sure.
Well, he pretty much said that in the last hour.
So Austin Hawkins is our Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I would have put money on that.
That somebody will.
Yeah. So Lou, tell us. Sorry, go
on. We were on a call yesterday.
So we're going to go left to right again.
Events that are running, and it really does involve that kind of real transformation to make that event run and happen, and that's what we need in our industry.
Lou, I was going to ask you. You did a site visit, didn't you, with your Ops Nest, the Ops Nest on tour last week?
Yes.
Tell us about that. Tell us how it was to be back on site, because there were lots of smiling faces and all sorts.
Yeah, so it's something I've been wanting to do for ages, and actually kind of developing the Ops Nest has given that chance to happen. But I've always learnt the most when I've been to a contractor's warehouse and workflows more carefully, understood everything that needs to go into something before it gets on a van to come to site. And I really wanted the Ops Nest members to get that experience and start to understand things at that level, because it's only at that level that they can start to influence and make a difference in their roles and their jobs. And it helps support the supply chain in doing things efficiently and effectively. So we all piled up to the Creative Live warehouse up in Coventry. B Matrix did a workshop, so we were building B Matrix stands. We did a draping and a link chair challenge with Adam from Creative Hire. Simon and Simon from Creative Live did a kind of core services workshop. And then the last one where everybody got in the spray booth to paint furniture.
Yeah.
And the furniture processes. It was a good crack. It had a bit of food.
Found that a minute ago.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Are you going to be doing that again? Is that a one-off, or is that something you...
So we'll do them twice a year. And the next one, probably speaking slightly in advance, because contract's not signed yet, but Macro Art have invited us up to their graphics production place up in Cambridgeshire. Yeah. So we're working on that at the moment. So that'll be in November. Excellent.
And the Ops Nest specifically has been one of many forces for good that have come out of the last 12 months. I can only speak personally. You know, I was more commercial when I was in a trade show and organizer environment, and the ops team's always sort of somewhere else. And it's definitely opened my eyes to what you guys do. And, you know, power to your elbow, you've created a phenomenal community, and people can find out all about it at theopsnest.co.uk.
Where are we?
Just miss out the clones, just theopsnest.uk.
Right. The Ops Nest.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're up to 100 members.
Amazing.
We've got 2 Ops on tours a year, 2 Ops Nest lives a year. We've got monthly training, CPD accredited masterclasses, and all kinds of stuff. So, electrics and rigging and security. Just to make sure that when we get back on site, we're doing it in the best possible way. That's good.
Cool. So how's Mark getting on? Do we know what it is yet?
I think I might know what it is.
It's either it's either me or Ricky Gervais.
It actually looks quite tasty.
Yeah.
In fact, it could even be Jim Royal by the looks of it.
Okay.
We've got about 10 minutes.
So Dan, where did you go 10 minutes ago?
Well, I if I'm honest, I went to have a chicken leg.
Nice, yeah. Honestly,
so living the dream.
Yeah. Are you having a barbecue or is?
No, actually, I did do a bar. I live in the leafy suburbs of London, and there's a cricket club next to my house.
Yes.
And we had an impromptu barbecue there last night, which was very nice.
Nice.
So it was very, Middle England. Went up to Waitrose, bought some stuff. Couldn't get more sort of middle of the road. And it was nice. So it's good that the sun's out, isn't it? Life is all a bit better.
It is.
But I was in Portugal last week.
Oh, you were one of them. You got away. Well done.
I went to the Chelsea game. So we won.
When it starts to come out, and then
which was good. So then I spent a few days on the beach in Estoril, but it was nice to get away. And just before our friends in Parliament decided to put Portugal back on the amber list.
No, indeed. Has anyone else dared book a holiday?
Cancelled a few.
Cancelled a few. I know. I've. You know what? I have as well. I mean, I've given up now.
Have we got? I can always go over more beer.
Well, it's expensive, you know. We had to pay 250 quid's worth.
We have another go with the mouth.
Yeah.
It's obviously just for me, but if you've got a family of say 3 or 4,
yeah,
that's just £1,000 on tests. So
yeah,
you know, it's a bit of a challenge. But okay, so we've got about 8 minutes. So are we how are we doing, Luke?
We're just waiting for the showpiece now.
Yeah. Is anyone going to record this? The great reveal.
Mark, how close are you? Are you done with the beard? Is that enough beard?
Yeah. ESSA. Right. I need directions for the colour. Can do.
So what we're going to try and do is not mistakenly set off one of the big ones.
So Lou is now got a box of matches in her hand and she's blindfolded. Don't try this at home.
So the little ones, yeah.
Whose dog is that?
So am I Noel? Am I judge? Are me and Dan? Do me and Dan need to judge based on this now? Is this it? Can we zoom in?
1 second.
Can you tell me when I'm doing?
This is Lou's.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, and this is it. This is the great. This is the send off.
This is the rocket. This is the rocket ship.
We're going to send Lou up into space.
Are you peeking, Lou?
Oh, cheating!
Yeah, fair enough. We'll let you take that off.
Yeah, it's fire. So look at that. I can hear myself twice.
Yeah, there's a little bit of feedback.
And we're going to go to Mark and see how Mark's getting on. I'm still not quite sure what that is. I'm
pretty certain I know what it is, and I don't know whether or not to be insulted.
Oh, is it you?
Well, it's, as I said, it's either me or Jim Royal.
The two have never been in the same room together.
No.
Okay, so what are your current thoughts, Andrew? Lou's is a bit more sort of, I don't know, symmetrical, I'd like to say.
If I ordered a cake,
yes,
and one of these arrived, I'd be more impressed and happy about one than the other. However, if I ordered a cake to look like a man with a beard and glasses, then there'd clearly be a winner.
Look at that. As all the fire alarms go off in Lou's area.
Excellent.
That is lovely.
Luke, Mark, are you watching that?
Hang on.
It's really hot.
Yeah. Lou's really pulled out all the stops.
Yeah. What does yours do, Mark?
Okay.
Right, Mark, can you hold up the cake, please? Can you hold it up?
I have.
Let's zoom in.
I'll zoom in.
We need to see the detail. Oh, God.
There we go.
Can you just tip it up a little bit without it dropping off or not?
Right. Okay, I'm going to go off the phone now.
Wow, look at that. That is, it's almost like David Blunkett, I think.
Yeah, it is quite David. It's going to haunt your dreams, that is.
Yeah. So, if you remember when we did this last time, Mark and Lou.
No.
No. I give you fire. I don't give you my face this time.
I give you fire. I give you the elements.
I think, though, Mark, I mean, you're not tempted to you know, go near the cake with your face?
That is.
Yeah,
uncanny resemblance to Andrew Harrison. I don't want to ram my face into Andrew's. Thank you very much.
Well, fair enough. We'll let you off. So, Andrew, what we saying? What marks out of 10 for Lou?
Marks out of 10 for Lou. You know what? I think it's a very professional job, and I enjoyed the finale. For me, it's a very strong 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah. Can you hold it up for us, Luke? We have a little look.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
And remember, you know, this was done blindfolded, so you know.
It looks like the O2 Centre. Is that the? I don't know. Like, is there an event theme going on there?
And can we zoom in on Mark? So an 8.5 for
yeah,
Lou.
I think I'll give Lou. I think I'll give Lou 8. I think it's good. Can you cut into it so we can see the consistency?
Oh, that wasn't the. You know. Can we zoom in on Mark's again, just to have one more kind of? Yeah, look at those eyes.
I mean, that is stuff a nightmare. Oh, his ear's falling off. His ear's falling off.
Do you know what? I have. Yeah, it's got to be a compliment. Nobody's ever made a cake of me, and I had been forewarned that they were potentially going to make a cake.
What are you giving Mark?
But unfortunately, it looks a disaster. However, some people might say it looks just like me, and therefore I'm calling myself a disaster. I'm gonna say a 7.
I think that's fair enough.
I'm gonna go 7 purely because it does resemble something.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do 7.5. So we got 14.5 points for Mark.
Yeah.
I think we got 16.5 points for Lou. So the winner of the Great British Blind Bake Off is Lou Kiwanuka. Congratulations. So, and well done, Luke and Noel, for your fantastic directing. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and it won't be repeated.
Lovely. Cheers, everybody.
Really well done.
Will come off my hands.
Really well done. Obviously,
hopefully the picture will come off my hands for the AGM.
Right, I'm going to let you all go. We're going to take a short break until the next session. So thank you, Mark, Luke, Noel, Andrew, and Lou. And
no problem. Thank you, and all the best, Doug, with the rest of the fundraising.
Good to see you all.
Good to see you too.
Good luck, Doug.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.